Why not?
Thanks,
So,
I appreciate it.
Hey, Candace, how was your weekend?
Not so great.
Why?
Well,
What happened?
as many of you have heard, Attack of the Show is ending in December of this year. But I know, it's for real true. But on the plus side, we'll be on the air for another 2 months. Which means pure insanity up until the end. Also crying. Lots and lots of crying.
Oh, come on now. Just, the show didn't get canceled because I'm here, did it? Maybe?
It was one of the reasons.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hadn't
It's
even done a
okay.
thing yet.
We'll do what we can with it.
Good, good.
Time now to run down the top things on the web.
We're going around the net. So give me some videos!
All right, I will. First off, how about a little gunplay?
Ooh.
If you've ever been attacked by killer pumpkins, this guy has got your back.
All right.
I mean, that guy is a great shot from 4 feet away.
Yeah, in an odd twist of fate, the jack-o'-lantern came to life and attacked the man who couldn't defend himself because he ran out of bullets.
Oh, man, that's awful.
He
so
had
sad.
He had it coming.
He did have it coming.
It used to just be a nice little pumpkin, and then he turned it into an evil, murdering jack-o'-lantern.
Have you ever shot a gun?
I was at a bachelor party recently where we shot guns, and I hated it.
At a bachelor party, you shot guns?
Yeah. There were like 10 guys, and we had 5 guns, and they just sort of like pushed us into a firing range with guns and ammunition, and no one told me how to use anything. And
so nobody's like, hey, this is what you do. This is how
my
you
buddy
shoot
would
it.
like come and like slap a clip into a gun and be like, here, you're good, shoot, shoot.
Were y'all drinking?
No, we were not drinking. You can't really drink
Well,
at
that's the
gun
first
clubs,
good thing I've heard so far.
Well, I said I didn't like it. It was
You didn't like it at all?
I left and walked through a very dangerous neighborhood in Los Angeles because it felt safer to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next, we have a little insight into what really happens when girls get together for a sleepover.
That hurt.
Your nose towards me, Tia. Look this way.
Still better than book club.
Right?
Hey, ladies, there are easier ways to get a black eye. Nose jobs, sassing back, asking to vote.
Sassing back.
Yeah, careful.
Okay,
Careful
good to
what
know.
you wish for,
Good
Candace
to know.
Bailey.
I'm frightened.
Yeah, you're little. You bruise easy.
What?
I'm not gonna push you.
I will.
You know, I just prefer the pornos where the girls touch each other's boobs.
Right?
I don't like.
So much better.
That's not my kind of girl on girl.
Sleepover.
I want gentle touching.
Yeah, me too.
Caressing.
First off, what girl wants to be punched in the eye to like go to school the next day and be like, I have a black eye, and then somebody's like, well, how'd you get it? And you're like, well, I asked her to punch me in the face. Like, that's just dumb. It's dumb. So I was really hoping the whole time that somebody would get just a bloody nose, and it happened.
It pretty much happened.
Success.
Yeah.
Yay! And now a terrifying video from a Russian dashboard cam. And I should let you know in advance that everyone survives, except the car.
Crazy.
Crazy.
guy turned a Volvo into a toilet.
How did he even survive?
I don't know.
That's the most insane car crash. Oh, I keep sticking to this. Watch. Wait, hold on. That was not gonna work.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work.
I call it out and it doesn't work.
I'm a
Never
little
mind.
upset that that guy did survive. Or
You're
at least,
upset that he
I'm upset that
survived?
he seemed relatively uninjured. I feel like he deserves at least like a good broken leg or broken arm.
He did, but we don't want him to die.
No, but something.
Okay, something.
The woman who helps him out of the car should just start punching him.
That would make it all better
Yeah,
for
for
you.
driving like such an idiot.
That's very true. Working at a fast food drive-thru can be really tough, y'all. Especially thanks to internet pranksters like this guy. Not you.
Zombie drive-through prank.
I'm helping. Oh! Yo! Where's my chicken nuggets? Go.
Can I help you?
Yeah!
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Are you ordering?
I'm a zombie.
That was great, dude.
Yo, next time you gotta let us know, man. I should've got that on camera.
I got it, pal.
Oh, you got it?
I'm a zombie.
You got that? You got it?
So great. Funny thing is that the same thing happens every time Joan Rivers goes through a drive-thru. Sorry.
That's horrible.
I'm sorry.
That is horrible. But funny.
Still, I think it's even better than season 2 of Walking Dead.
Hold up. What? What did you just say?
Just a little bit better, maybe a bit scarier.
I'm sorry, you don't know what you're talking about. The Walking Dead is the best show on television. Everyone knows that.
It's sort of like
Right?
nice conversations followed by the possibility of someone going, "Meh."
No.
It's like, I love you. No, I love you too.
No, but there's not a whole love going on. If
There's
you
a
watch
little
the
bit of
show.
love.
If you watch the show, you would know.
I watch the show. I'm not going to give things away.
I'm not
the daughter
either.
of the guy who's having some problems right now, and the other guy who goes and gets things from town. I'm a runner.
It's a good show. Take it back.
It's a fine show. It's a good show. It's one of very few shows that I watch.
All right, that's all I needed. Moving on. And finally, a clip from NBC's Storm Team 4 as they report on the incoming Hurricane Sandy.
See that person jogging? There's a shirtless man jogging wearing a horse mask. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I think he's got a sense of humor about it and obviously wanting to get a little bit of attention. We are obliging him. We are obliging him.
Yes,
but I also
exactly.
have to tell you, it's cold out here.
I love that. It's almost like that horse head is a harbinger of the end times. Sorry. I'm so
Gross.
sorry about
It
that.
was really gross. Now I understand why The Godfather killed that guy.
Right?
Annoying.
And that's it for laughter.
Now let's get some gadgets up in here. It's Matt Mira, everybody.
Hey, Josh.
So, Matt, what do we got today?
Well, today we've got this brand new Acer notebook. Now, the first thing you'll notice about this is how shockingly light it is. And expensive. In fact, I cannot overemphasize how expensive this notebook is.
Well,
What's
hang on,
going
Matt.
Josh?
You got a little rip in your shirt here.
I do.
What's this all about?
God, that's odd. No! This is not good. I don't want this to be a thing that. Oh, guys. Come on. Rock like time. Let me get out. I need it. It's expensive. If you guys could not. Oh, come on, guys. Serious. No, if you don't understand. Wow, that was actually pretty impressive. I will gladly just take it. It's pretty easy. Yeah. Oh, that's not. Thanks.
I'm just joking.
This is not.
I see that vertical. We said a vertical.
It was kind of vertical. No, don't talk. Oh, God! Oh, you know how expensive this is?
Sorry, buddy. Be cool. Stay in school.
Big Easy Lofton and Flight Time Lang, everybody. Make sure to check out the Globetrotters for their You Write the Rules tour. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for tickets. So, Matt, I couldn't quite tell. Did you win?
I never win. I'm a general.
Still ahead, Matt Mira is back and reviews the Microsoft Surface tablet.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Sony.
Please welcome Matt Mira.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Fresh off my defeat by the Harlem Globetrotters, here I am.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I did not see that coming. Well, what do you got for us today, Matt?
Well, today we're looking at a gadget that may actually be that iPad competitor that everybody's been waiting for.
Ooh.
It is the highly anticipated Microsoft Surface, and here's some info on it. The Microsoft Surface is here. This new tablet from the software giant features a 10.6-inch LCD screen. Running Windows 8 will be a breeze thanks to an NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor and 2 gigs of RAM. This new Microsoft tablet can be yours, starting at $500. Here it is, the
Pretty
Microsoft
cool.
Surface,
Wow.
complete with kickstand.
What?
You're
It's
like,
my
this
Schwinn.
won't stand up, but it will. Thanks, Microsoft. You've done something right for once. There it is. The design's striking, actually. I like the hard angles on it. It's got a dark slate finish.
Yeah, I like that slate.
It is actually very nice. It doesn't. It stands out in the tablet market, which is very saturated right now with a lot of plastic. But this is magnesium, manufactured with what Microsoft calls Vapor Mag. Yeah.
Yeah.
It weighs only 1.5 pounds, and I gotta say, evenly distributed. Go ahead, try it. Right?
Oh, yeah,
Very
you can
even.
feel the vapor mag in there.
Yeah, it's got
Drop it, still
the
works.
kickstand on here actually is very sturdy. I've leaned on it quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that right there, but
Wow,
look at that.
yeah,
Not
it's got
going
a little
anywhere.
give.
Overall, I was very pleasantly surprised with the build quality of this. And there are you got your typical buttons on here. You got your volume up and down button. You got your rather sleep-wake button on here. Volume up and down is accessed through software, and you got the home button, which is essentially just a capacitive button. There's a magnetic port for power.
Uh-huh.
And there's also a magnetic port on the bottom for that action.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the keyboard.
Yeah, that sure is. Now that was the big thing about the Surface when
Yeah.
it was introduced. Is this this sort of little touch keyboard? And
Yeah, it's
is it viable? Do you like it?
Actually, it is. Can you imagine?
Wow.
The magnet's very strong, which they say you can do this, and I'm not gonna look at that.
Yeah, no, you can't.
That's just a magnet.
Yeah.
It guides. It's got these plastic little guides in here that make it very easy. It's a strong magnet, so it just sort of locks right in.
What's with the Smurf color on it?
It's a variety of colors available. Take a look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was skeptical about typing on this thing. It's only 3 millimeters thick, but it's actually very responsive. The keys can take some getting used to, of course, but the more you type, the faster you're going to be able to type. So there's a little learning curve, but once you're used to it, you can breeze on this thing, no problem. Now, for the more traditional laptop feel, Microsoft has an answer for that. The type cover, ladies and gentlemen, which is
yes.
$130, only $10 more. It's a full-size plastic keyboard.
Nice.
Actual buttons, people. It turns this thing into essentially a laptop. So it gets confusing as to why you bought a tablet.
So this is like for the people who are on their Blackberries and they won't go to an iPhone because they're like, I got to be able to feel the keys.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to learn how to type.
The pariahs in social life, yes.
Yeah, the people
it's
who
for
are
them.
still clutching to their
Yeah,
Blackberries.
I like how it makes it look like an Apple G3. That's what that looks like. Carrie Bradshaw's computer. No one watches Sex and the City. It's on all the time. Let's
It's okay,
talk about
slow down. Easy.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, let's talk about the screen
Yeah.
and less about Sex and the City. There's a 10.6-inch screen on the Surface. Microsoft claims it's sharper than Apple's Retina display.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Bold claim. Short answer is no, that's not true, but the
Okay.
long answer is maybe.
Oh.
Let me explain,
Yeah,
people.
please do.
The Retina display is still a much higher resolution. You got 2048, 1536 on the Retina display, but this is 1366 by 768. I know what you're saying. That's much less, Matt. Well, no one said that, but I imagine they did.
I was thinking it.
Here's the deal. If the lighting's optimal, you're in a room with
Yeah.
controlled light, the iPad's going to be the best. It's going to retain the edge on almost all facets. But once you add light into the mix, specifically sunlight, the Surface is much better at not glaring in your face. So it's easy. The Retina is much too reflective. They've treated this what they're calling some sort of less reflective surfacey thing. They have a name for it. I don't remember it. So if you're thinking of using a tablet outside, if you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to use this outside a lot, you might want to consider getting this over the iPad.
Understood. Now let's get down to the OS.
Yeah.
I believe that's operating system.
It sure is.
It's running Windows RT.
Yeah.
Now what is that and how is that?
Well, here it is. It's essentially Windows for the ARM processor, which is the mobile processors. This runs on an NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor with 2 gigs of RAM. So what you're getting is not the full version of Windows, but it's a very similar looking thing to Windows 8. And it runs very smoothly. I think the Tile UI on this thing is beautiful. I think it looks a hell of a lot better than Apple's iOS. Yeah, I said it. I'm not an Apple fanboy anymore.
Wow.
Now that we're canceled, there's a good amount of intuitive stuff on here as well. For instance, any app you can quickly access all the settings you want from the right side of the screen, which will bring up brightness, screen lock, Wi-Fi settings, which on an iPad you have to go into the home button, you have to find the settings, so it's a whole thing. It's super convenient and something that Apple will probably steal. Now, whenever you're in a program, you can bring up specific controls for each program by sliding down from the top. So that'll bring up your previous windows you're in, your previous web pages, so on and so forth in Internet Explorer. Other apps like Microsoft Office, it'll bring up tools and stuff like that.
What if you have windows that you had open that you don't want other people to see that you've had open?
Oh, well,
they
you
just
can
like
just
swipe down and see
if
all
you
the
were
stuff
coming,
that
I
you've
could just quickly get out of that very easily
good.
just by
That's good to know.
sliding from the right side. It brings up all your previous apps, so you can see how not productive
Careful,
I've been
we'll slow down
all
in case.
day.
And then what about apps? Like Apple, I want to say the iOS App Store has like 250,000 apps.
It does.
How are these guys doing?
Well, they're not so great. It pales in comparison to iOS. Microsoft won't tell us exactly how many, but we're figuring it's a little bit below 10,000 apps.
Right.
So you're getting 240,000 less apps, which probably just means 240 less versions of Angry Birds. Space. Now we're in olden times.
I've never seen a bad app.
But, you know, it's just starting out, so that number's obviously going to go up from there. Microsoft has taken the same approach as Apple, so what they've done is you can only buy apps for this through Microsoft's own App Store. So they're taking the model of they built the device, now they're going to sell you all the software.
This is my ball if we're playing on all-time goalie.
Yeah, so but there is actually a full desktop interface on this thing, which is kind of cool. You hit the desktop button right there, brings up what looks like full-blown Windows, but it's not. So don't get too excited. You can't like run Windows native apps on there, but it does give you full Office suite. So you do get Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all that stuff is on here, the entire version. So when you're looking at the device as a whole, I think the only real drawback from getting the Microsoft Surface is the app selection. I think it's not as many as I'd like it to be.
Right, but it's going to change.
It's very productive. I can do this.
Yeah, and then a little picture of headphones comes up.
Who knows what that did?
It's doing something. That's one of the apps. Probably.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good too. And there's also a micro SD card slot in here too. So if you're running out of space,
That's
no
huge.
problem. 64 gigs, pop it right in.
Micro SD cards that I'm losing in my pocket.
That's weird. I found those in the hallway. I was like, whose are these?
Yeah. Mine. All right, so you can get the 32 gig Microsoft Surface with a touch cover for $599.
Yeah.
What's the verdict?
We are giving something from Microsoft 4.5 out of 5.
Whoa!
I know.
Huge.
The build quality is top notch. The cover is actually a viable keyboard, whether you get this guy or you get this guy. Look at how easy that is to snap in. No problem right there. The kickstand's sturdy and useful. I thought I was going to be annoyed by that. Micro SD slot. You can add more memory. And it's really great. The only area where I dock the thing is the poor app selection and the lack of 3G. There's no 3G wireless or 4G LTE.
I still don't know what that means. So
well, it's a thing you would use if you weren't in a place where Wi-Fi is, which essentially, I guess, would mean the desert. Right. So if you've never had a tablet before and you're on the fence as to which one to buy, you got to ask yourself, are you going to be doing more work than play? If so, I would say get the Microsoft Surface. But if you just want to entertain yourself and you want 250,000 apps, get the iPad.
Right. Well, I work hard and I play hard, so
well,
maybe
I mean,
get both. Oh, wait a minute. Golly.
I think he's getting an iPad.
I think he's probably getting an iPad. Thank you, Matt Meyers.
That's it for today's Gadget Pr0n.
Still ahead, Glenn Hetrick from Sci-Fi Space Off will star us for life right after this.
Next month, G4 commemorates Veterans Day with a marathon of classic war films, like The Big Red One, Memphis Belle, and Mark Wahlberg in Three Kings. Get your patriotism on right here on G4 on November 11th.
Welcome back! Now, with Halloween coming up, we thought we'd get into the spirit by showing you how the pros do horror makeup effects. Please welcome judge from Sci-Fi's Face Off, Glenn Hetrick. Glad you could be here. So, Glenn, how long have you been doing special effects makeup?
I was obsessed with it even from childhood, so practically my whole life. I started doing it professionally just after college.
What were some of the first things that you would have done on yourself, like scars on your face, or just?
Yeah, you kind of start just covering everyone around you in latex and blood whenever you get a chance. But you start sculpting at a very young age, you know, just playing with clay and learning how to create figures and prosthetics.
And yeah, now you're here. Now you have the show, and now we're going to do something to Sarah. What are we going to do today to her?
Well, what we're going to do is a very realistic scar technique. And it's very, very quick and easy to apply, but it's also a very tenacious type of prosthetic that will work on set all day. She could even go in water with it, and it won't come off.
So how would you get something like this off? Does it ever come off?
Alcohol.
Oh, alcohol. Good old-fashioned alcohol, helping us out again. Now, what are you going to be using to do this? What do you have over here?
So this is the prosthetic piece, which is a series of scars that will go on as one thing, and it's on water slide paper. So it's very similar to the way that you apply a temporary tattoo transfer.
All right.
So, you know, when you make model kits when you're a kid and you put the water on the paper and it slides off and it leaves the sticker behind, it's sort of the same idea. So what we do is we sculpt these shapes with clay, make a silicone mold of it, and then we take this material, which is essentially the prosthetic adhesive, the glue, and we volumize it, we whip it up, and then we spatulate it into the mold and freeze it so it's rigid enough to pull it out of the mold on a piece of acetate. Then we put it on this water slide paper, and when we apply it to the arm, all I have to do is wet that paper, and it'll already be stuck to the arm and be practically seamless, and I'll just blend the edges off with alcohol, and she's ready to go.
Well, it sounds like a very easy process.
Very easy.
How long does something like this take you to make? Something like this prosthetic?
Well, this is a pretty, simple prosthetic, so it takes a few hours to sculpt, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then some mold making. But it's, if I was to start today with something custom-made for a television show or a film, 3 or 4 days from now, we could actually be on set applying. It's much quicker than like a full silicone makeup that's a creature face or a dead body or something.
Right. Well, I think we should maybe start laying this thing.
All right, let's do it.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm excited because I was going to go do hot yoga after this, and you sweat, and I was going to take it off, but now I'm thinking, like, I'm leaving this on the whole yoga class. Cool.
So hot yoga won't make this thing fall off.
Even
hot yoga
I doubt it.
doesn't stand a chance.
I get drenched. It's going to stay?
Yeah, it's really made to be sweat resistant and water resistant.
Now, this last weekend, I did some bad makeup on myself and used a lot of liquid latex. What would happen if you just filled a bathtub with liquid latex and went in it and then stood up? Would you have like a nice suit that you could wear?
Be ready for a fetish dungeon, you'd be covered in latex.
I'm always ready for a fetish dungeon. All right, well, while Glenn finishes up with Sarah, let's take a voting apps break.
The presidential race is heating up, and here are 3 apps that'll help you sort out the political nonsense and make the most informed decision you can. Listening to rah-rah speeches can be exciting, but sometimes it's hard to sort out exactly how each candidate's policies will affect you directly. That's where Politify comes in. Created by 2 students, it uses an algorithm based off of nonpartisan economic models of each candidate's proposed tax plans. The app is simple. You enter your age, income, and number of dependents. Then Politify shows you how much money you would receive or owe depending on which of the candidates were to be elected. You can also view a nationwide map that shows which parts of the country would benefit most whether Barack Obama or Mitt Romney were to be elected. So instead of assuming how each candidate could affect you, do your homework and use the app for free at politify.com. But maybe you've already decided how you're voting in this election and want to get the word out to your friends. Well, CNN has teamed up with Facebook to create the I'm Voting app that lets you voice your opinion online. The app is a pollster's dream come true. You can track the nation's opinions on everything, ranging from macro issues like gun control and healthcare to puff polls like who was the best recent first lady. Poll results are broken down geographically so you can see what's important to people in your area, while also keeping track of the political leanings in the all-too-important swing states. CNN plans to use all of this data during its political coverage. And as we move closer to November 6th, we'll create new polls and update the results live on air. Help get the word out on important issues with the I'm Voting app, available for free on Facebook. And finally, sometimes even the most politically active person needs to take a break from all the election hoopla. So take a deep breath, then take out your frustrations on either candidate and vote the game. Made from the same guys who developed Infinity Blade, the game forces each candidate to hack and slash their way to the White House using weapons like a microphone, the Constitution of the United States, or even the all-powerful Saber of Liberty. You can also customize your favorite candidate with unique outfits and accessories. Select perks like healthcare that gives a boost to your hit points, or choose the filibuster and add 30 seconds to the match's total time. So even though we aren't likely to see two presidential hopefuls duke it out anytime soon, you can still indulge your fantasies for free on any iOS device. So there you have it, 3 great apps to help you get through the once every 4 years event that's way less fun than the Olympics. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go practice voting.
We're back. Glenn is working his magic. Now, what do you got going on right now, Glenn?
So I've wet the water slide paper, and we're gonna just peel this back.
Big reveal.
And the transfer will be.
Awesome.
Bubbly and gross.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. Yeah,
Wait,
that's showing
I
up.
can't.
Big scar.
It's a weird angle for me right now. Okay, there we go.
And then what do? You add a little.
Yeah, just a little alcohol around the edges. We'll take that down. And then you could go in and add color. If this was a burn scar, we could, redden it up, or we could make scratches out of this. You could go really far with these.
Ugh, it's so gross.
Love it.
It's so cool and gross. Now, if there are people out there who want to get into this as a profession, what kind of advice would you give them?
I get that question a lot, and I think that the best answer is to start with fundamental art training. A lot of us love effects so much, and there's effects schools out there now. People are in a big rush to go and learn how to bloody things up. And start with the basics. Learn how to sculpt, learn how to paint, and learn anatomy. Start in art school.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Can I touch that?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna ask me if you can touch it?
No, I'm sorry. I don't consider this part of you. I consider it something that Glenn created. It's really, really gross. Well, thank you so much. A big thanks to Face Off's Glenn Hetrick. Catch Face Off tomorrow night on Sci-Fi, and be sure to vote for your favorite artist for the live Halloween show on Wednesday.
Yes, and now that I look all horrifying and stuff, it's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know.
The feed.
It's Monday, October 29th, and here are your top stories. First up, some unsettling news has surfaced about U.S. military drones. You know, those unmanned aircrafts that spy and drop bombs and stuff? Well, a report published by the popular tech site Wired says that more than half of the military's drones stream unencrypted video feeds. That means you, me, or the enemy could easily intercept them and see top secret videos. Now, you might remember a similar story making headlines about 4 years ago when drone footage was found on the laptops of Shiite militants in Iraq. Problem was, this wasn't a high-tech hack. They were able to intercept the footage using some cheap software that anyone could buy for only $26. After that incident, the Pentagon said they'd make the necessary security fixes, but this is still a problem. Only 30 to 50% of the military's Predator and Reaper drones have encrypted video feeds, and word is the entire fleet won't be secured until 2014. Next up, the yacht that Steve Jobs began designing before his untimely death has been officially unveiled. It happened last weekend in the Netherlands. The ship, named Venus, is about 250 feet long and is decked out with Apple gear, including 7 27-inch IMAX set up in the ship's control room. There's a video of it online that you should definitely check out. Now, to celebrate the commencement, the Jobs family gave each member of the shipbuilding staff a personal thank you note and an iPod shuffle with the ship's name inscribed on the back. Really? A shuffle? That's it? Am I crazy to think that's it? Right? Like an iPod Touch? iPhone 5, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. And if you live in the path of Hurricane Sandy, Google has got your back. They're providing a crisis map to help people ride out the Frankenstorm's high winds and flooding. The map provides a ton of information, including the storm's current position, a 3-day forecast, evacuation routes, and emergency shelters. Currently, Sandy is approaching the Jersey shoreline and is expected to tear through the northeast coast as it hooks up towards Canada. In another update, Sandy has been downgraded to a post-tropical storm, but this doesn't mean you shouldn't take any less precautions. So please, if you find yourself in the storm's path, be as safe as possible. And finally, if you love action and the epic one-liners of Sylvester Stallone, then you are gonna love this. Here's a new trailer for the film adaptation of the popular graphic novel Bullet to the Head. Check it out.
I got some rules. No women. No children.
Dad, you gave me your word. You're getting out of that business.
That ain't gonna happen. You know what I am? I'm a people person.
4 of our operatives got killed by this guy last night. I'll find him.
Looks like I have something you want.
Dad?
Taylor Kwan, WDC PD.
I want the guy who took your daughter. What are you gonna do, bring out some kung fu from the homeland?
I was born in Florida.
When I get this guy, it's gonna be bad.
So what are we gonna do?
I wanna get her back, then they die.
You two are insane! You're dealing with an ex-mercenary. He's gonna punch your ticket, and I am gonna watch. You don't just kill a guy like that!
I just did. I know, I've heard the speech. You should have taken him in.
You and me, we got a little unfinished business to take care of.
What are we, Vikings? Bang. Down. Boom. It's history. When I'm done with this drink, I'm gonna be done with you.
Bullet to the Head will be in theaters February 1st. I am Sarah Underwood, and... Awesome. Anyways, you've just been fed. Stay tuned. Former Superman Brandon Routh from the new sitcom Partners will be here live.
The feed is brought to you by Pep Boys. Pep Boys does everything for less. Visit pepboys.com.
Don't just watch G4. Wear it. G4TV.com/store.
Brandon Routh is a man of many faces. Superman is only one of them.
Sorry we're late. One of us was shopping and the other one is me.
Look what I just bought.
Oh, come on!
How come all my stuff looks better on you?
Be happy. I almost bought those pants. Oh, Wyatt, I got a pair of glasses for you, too.
You know I don't like glasses. They totally changed my look.
Here, just put them on. Wow, you are completely unrecognizable.
Told you, Lois.
Did you just call me Lois?
I said Lewis.
Please welcome Brandon Routh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Now, rumor mill has it that you just had your first baby.
I did.
A boy baby, girl baby.
A boy baby.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
how long ago? When did this all happen?
11 weeks ago. I can't believe it's only been 11 weeks.
Are you sleeping? Are you?
Rarely.
Wow.
Mostly pacing. And a lot of this patting of back.
Yeah.
Gesture.
You look well rested. Is that like? Do you have some superhero qualities that?
Just a lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee. Yeah.
Good makeup.
And how is it? And how is it? Is it what are your designs on fatherhood? What do you feel about it?
I think it's amazing. I was actually just away from Leo for the first time, and my wife since he was born for 3 nights, and I was missing him a lot.
Yeah.
And my wife was sending me pictures, and it was great, and I was almost crying, and I was showing everybody. So yeah, I'm in it. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, I've got lots of friends with babies, and they do say that's a particularly tough time.
Yeah.
Like when they're not giving you a lot in return.
You know, he's actually pretty great about it. He made really good eye contact early on and would smile fairly early. He smiles a lot now. The
Look
problem
out,
is-
ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
This baby makes good eye contact. He's smiling.
Great conversationalist. The problem is now he's teething.
All right.
Right in time for Halloween. We're hoping he might actually have some fangs for Halloween and be a little vampire.
Yeah. That would be great. Do you think, will you dress him up and take him?
We got a costume for him.
Okay.
We took him to the pumpkin patch. He's a little lion.
Adorable. I'm sure it's adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Yeah. Was anybody afraid of him at the pumpkin patch? Some people are afraid of lions.
No.
Yeah, good.
No.
Good.
Thankfully.
Now, do you still have like old toys and stuff? I know you were into like Superman before you were Superman, and like, do you have toys and old games that you're excited to introduce to your son?
Well, I have some stuff. You know, I have an old Sega Genesis.
All right.
That
is old.
And there's this
really
game
old.
I used to play all the time, Shining Force. And so you know, someday you dust that off. It probably won't work by the time he's old enough to play it, because you can get it on the iPad now. You can get it, other places. But that's the thing. And my mom saved this onesie that I used to wear. So my wife put it on Leo for my birthday, because I was at work, and took pictures and sent it to me, and it was really cute. And so that's a cool thing. I mean, hand-me-downs and.
Yeah. I feel like the risk with something. What's the game? I don't know that game.
Shining Force.
I don't know Shining Force.
He's gonna go, what is this?
Yeah.
It's a silly game.
The risk is that he'll be so disappointed with it.
Yeah. I'll try not to build it up too big.
Yeah.
I mean, but you think about it. My dad had this car, that was it was a remote control car at the time in the 50s.
Always cool.
And it was attached from this weird, like, metallic cord that has a little steering wheel on it, and that's how you drive it. It like has a battery in it, and you steer it like this as it goes around.
Oh wow!
So that
and
was
did you play with
his
that?
version
Did you
of a
love
toy.
that?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, there's hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I went from Iowa though. It was, simple toys.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I like Iowa. I'm a big fan of Iowa.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Good people.
Great people. Great people. And not all corn. I think it's beautiful.
It's not all corn. Also cows and pigs.
Lots of cows, and it's rolling.
Yeah.
I mean, not
soybeans. Lots of
not
soybeans.
to really knock Nebraska, but I drove through Nebraska and then got into Iowa once, and I was like, Nebraska, a bit boring. Iowa, really beautiful.
You were very happy to be in Iowa.
Yeah, I was. I was thrilled.
No offense, Nebraska.
Now, Partners is really funny. Your show, and do you like the sort of live audience, filmed in front of a live studio audience?
I love it.
Aspect of it?
I love it. It's pretty exciting. I did some theater in high school. My first job ever, actually, in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, was a sitcom. I said 4 words, I think, and it was. An awesome experience, but I knew I had the bug when I got the laugh, the laughs from the live studio audience, and now to be 13 years later, to be on a show every week is pretty awesome, and the crowds are great. They've seen the show now, so they're very supportive. They know the characters, and it's a cool thing.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And then you did a little bit of modeling, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. How did they pick you for that?
So weird.
Yeah. I did one. I had a friend who had a clothing line, and it's for women mostly. But she was like, "Hey, we're doing this launch. Would you come down and be in the photo shoot?"
Because you have a feminine.
No, it was like my friend Stacy has a company, Boy Meets Girl, and but it's mostly women's clothing, and I was like, oh, modeling's got to be the easiest thing in the world, and then I got there, and it was so hard to look natural. They're like, all right, we're going to take these pictures, and models are very good at it.
Right.
Whereas I was just like,
right. Well, it feels cheesy.
Yeah.
But you do it more. I've actually done more modeling, taking photo shoots for magazines or this kind of stuff as an actor than I ever did as a model. I was not a very successful model. You get poses, you get things that you know that work.
Right. Like what's
because
one
you get
that
the
works?
response. You get the response from the photographer. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Well, you look away and then you look back. You look away.
That's really good.
You look back at the.
Yeah, no, you're really good at this.
They tell you to part your lips because it looks like you're not just stiff. You're not as stiff when you.
Yeah, I'm more like.
You have a thought. Blue steel. I mean, blue steel works, right? That's the Ben Stiller, the blue steel.
Yeah, even that you're like thinking.
Yeah.
I don't even know if
Thinking
you're.
man.
I don't know if you're talking to me or just trying to look good right now. It's tricky.
Always both.
Always both. Yeah, a talent, a real talent. Thank you to Brandon Routh. You can watch Partners tonight on CBS, and stick around for more Attack of the Show. Thanks very much. Oh, thank you. We did.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
Actress Eliza Coupe is in studio live with the latest on her comedy, Happy Endings. Then Chris Gore rates the Gonzo doc, The Ambassador, and Will Ferrell's The Campaign on DVD Tuesday. And I get lost with Chandler Riggs and Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead in the zombie maze at Universal Studios.
It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7.
As we look back on some of the best of AOTS, we'd like to bring you an old classic.
Just in time for Halloween, here's the first episode of Slasher School.
And finally, could whomever left the headless corpse in the science lab please pick it up in the dean's office? Thank you.
Okay, if there's one thing I can impart to all of you on the first day of class, it's that blood makes the knife handle slippery. That's why I use a decorative wrist tether. Look at this. Drop my machete, but it's still right here and ready to strike. Ha-ha! All right, now you try it. Please don't do that to the desk. Yes.
Can I smoke in here?
No. How old are you? 17? No.
Yeah, but I died in the 80s, so I'm like, 40 or something.
Any special skills or powers?
I can take my head off.
Nice. See? Now that is good. Yeah, that is really good. Anyone else have any unique abilities?
I have needles for hands.
That's a great gimmick.
Yes, they do make it very hard to go to the bathroom.
Yes. Okay, how about you?
They call me the Puritan, for that name be not trademarked.
Fair enough.
Ow. 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 Cut it out. Does anyone know where my head went? Seriously?
Willst thou give me permission to end her suffering?
No.
Then mayest I at least pepper the ceiling?
Fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay, could someone please help her out?
Ow. Ow, you're poking me. Ow.
Sorry, my hands are made of needles.
Could you not? Ow.
Sorry.
Ow.
Sorry.
Oh, this is going to be a long semester.
Ow.
And there you have Slasher School. So, how was the show? What'd you think? First day?
I think it belongs on the air, and
Well, I don't think there's any saving it at this point.
I don't know what all the hubbub is. I think we might have saved it today.
We might have saved it.
You know?
And it was that good of a show.
Get yourself some Google alerts, and maybe it'll happen again.
Maybe so. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous that Brandon taught you how to model.
Yeah. Oh.
Show me a face.
Well, first I'm gonna look away.
Oh man, that is a good face.
I'm gonna look over there, and then.
Thanks to Glenn Hetrick.